that had to do with what was ultimately good for society. And how they chose those persons, and they certainly didn't choose hippies, which was a class of people burdened by the first recipients of a media generation that had no idea of warfare as a common everyday reality. That were raised in a relatively peaceful world, had just gone through 2 great world wars. I'm talking about my father's generation and my grandfather's generation, both of whom let's go to the next ramp down just to make sure. So we decided as a group, as a cultural phenomenon of young college students, that we weren't going to go to war, because the kind of quibbling that was going on nationally over Vietnam, which was a tiny country in the Far East, that seemed to be naturally prone to authoritarian governmental institutions, to the point where half of its people who were poor, risked their lives to join communist rebellion against a pretty transparent capitalist government that was kind of a shoddy government, prone to nepotism and corruptions of various kinds, and macho postures like is prevalent in the south of the United States, where men dominate and subjugate and economically plunder various social groups, where alpha males rule and become alpha males by reason of capital acquisition by their families. Or luck, having the right job and being able to finagle the means of compelling other people to do what they wanted, either economically or with the hopes of reward anyway. So who am I? And, was I on the losing side? I didn't do anything with my life. I became an artist and pioneered artist developments in downtown Los Angeles. I became a traveler and spent 10 years of my life on the road and visited Key West and various spots on the east coast of the United States and southern Mexico. Never really got out of the country until later on. Got out of the continent, I guess you'd say. But spent some time, in Seattle and San Francisco and Berkeley, and essentially lived a life of